welcome all of our guests, especially from far Brazil. It's a great honor for us to guest you here in my city. First of all, the subject of our conference is AI in the city, legal and technical aspects. Actually, the subject isn't by accident. We all know that AI is taking more and more parts of our everyday life, since from cooking actually to driving, and actually driving our cars even better than we are. So the subject isn't by accident. From this spot, and in this moment, I want to ask the rector of the Polytechnical Rzeszów to open our conference. Professor Beata, please take the floor.
Thank you very much for the introduction, and it's my great pleasure on behalf of the Rector of the Rzeszów University of Technology to welcome you all on this conference, those of you who are present here in Rzeszów and our friends who are present online. So it's a great pleasure to welcome you here and to say only very short information from my point of view. The topic of this conference, in my opinion, is very important. It's not so usual to connect the law cases with the technology, and we all know that the artificial intelligence, as we heard a moment ago, is taking part now, is important in every aspect of our life. So thank you very much for the organization of this conference. I'm sure that the discussion will be very fruitful, and we all will take very important data from this conference. So as I was asked to open this conference, it's my great pleasure to say that the conference is open. Thank you very much.
And I would like to ask to say a few words. Vice Rector, University of Law and Administration in Rzeszów, Professor Przemysław Niemczuk.
Thank you very much. The 20th century was the period of the Industrial Revolution. The 21st century is a period of digital technology revolution. Just as industrial technology dominated at world at that time, digitalization dominates today. All areas of life have been affected by broadly understood digitalization. Hence, science should also adapt to digitalization in order to support its development, but also to maintain the dominance of man over the machine. Its most developed form is AI. All considerations on this subject are not only important, but also necessary for the next civilization development. Today's conference is part of this much needed trend. Hence, special recognition of the organizers, both for the idea and for such a professional organization. Friday the 13th is a special day. We all know the series of horror films under this title, which have already become the canon of cinema. Such a combination, Friday and 13th, may be bad or extremely beneficial. I'm sure that today's conference will take place in an exceptional atmosphere of success and will be a success not only of the organizers, but also of all participants. I wish everyone fruitful deliberation. Thank you.
Take the floor for Professor Fabio Silva Veiga, the president of IBEROJUR, thanks to which this conference wouldn't be happening, actually. The professor, the board is yours. Yeah.
Wow. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. I would like to thank you, the organizer and the partners of this event for the invitation for the second first in Rzeszów. For me, it's a pleasure to return here to this beautiful city. I would like to thank the organizers. I would like to thank, especially thank the Professor Beata Stępień-Załucka for the invitation to participate in this event. And my greetings to the Professor Marius Zaluki, have already been to my university in Portugal, Lusofona University, and they have been participating in several IBEROJUR projects. For me, it's an honor have your presence. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all colleagues present here in Rzeszów and those around the world participating in this international scientific conference. My colleagues from Brazil, from Portugal, from Spain, and Latin America. It's my pleasure to share this event, international event. At this moment, I would like to take the opportunity to recognize the international cooperation of Professor Beata Załucka, from who for many years has participated in as an exponent of human rights in the international projects of the Ibero-American Institute of Legal Studies, IBEROJUR. I am the president. Our institute is situated in Portugal, and we make different projects about academic projects. And the Professor Beata collaborated with us very many times, several times. For that has reason, Professor Beata has been an important partner in the dissemination of scientific knowledge made from Poland. As an example, she was recently one of the coordinators of the book published by IBEROJUR as part of the Congress held at Unifistus University in the city of Fortaleza in Brazil. For that reason, I would like to give this certificate of honorary award, the Ibero-American Institute for Legal Studies, IBEROJUR, give the honorary award for special achievements related to the field of protection and promotion of human and civil rights in Ibero-American cultures for your work. I would like to, for me, is the moment very important, and I give you this honorary certificate.
Small surprise.
Dziękuję. Dziękuję bardzo. Muchísimas gracias. Todos de español, dame realmente muchísimas sorpresa. Muchísimas gracias una vez. Thank you once again. And from this part of the conference, we will go to panel 1 for the section 1, and that's one. Please take the floor as moderator, Professor. I'm sorry, I forgot my line. Actually, my phone is my mouth. Professor Przemysław Niemczuk. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you, Professor. Welcome to the first plenary panel of the conference. The main idea of the panel is related to the use of technology and law in the development of AI. The development of AI takes place through technology, but also requires legal regulations. Technological solution determines the direction of the development of technology and the development of civilization. Law specifies this direction and gives it meaning and a constitutional and legal guarantee. Considerations undertaken in these two areas are therefore interconnected and should complement each other. I'm pleased to introduce the next speakers. Maciej Serowaniec, Nicolaus Copernicus University in Toruń, Poland. Joao Proenca Xavier, University of Coimbra, Portugal. Beata Stępień-Załucka, University of Rzeszów, Poland. And Claudia de Silva Goncalves, University of Salamanca, Spain. The first speaker will be Maciej Serowaniec. The professor will talk about e-governance in Polish local government. I give the floor to the professor. Please, Mr. Dean.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for the invitation. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to take a part in some great event. I send to all participants the best greetings from Casablanca. So I'm working usually at the Nicolaus Copernicus University, but this week I have opportunity to be a visiting professor at the University of Hassan II in Casablanca. So in my short speech, I would like to concentrate about the e-governance in the Polish local government. As the world embraces digital transformation, Poland stands at the crucial point where e-governance is reshaping how citizens interact with local authorities. In this area of rapid technological advancement, governments worldwide are adopting digital solutions to improve efficiency, transparency, and citizens' engagement. Poland is no exception to this trend, and local governments play a key role in this transformation. Governance, it's not merely a technological innovation. It is a paradigm shift in governance. It changes the dynamic of how decisions are made, how services are delivered, and how citizens participate in public life. The success of these initiatives directly impacts public trust and the quality of life for citizens. In my short presentation, I will delve into the current state of governance in Polish municipalities, the opportunities it creates, the challenges it faces, and the innovative approach that are shaping its future. Let us embark on this explanation how Polish local governments are navigating the digital age to create more inclusive, efficient, and transparent system of governance. Governance refers to the use of digital tools and platforms to facilitate government operation, enhance transparency, and improve citizens' engagement. In Poland, local government plays a pivotal role in public administration, managing responsibilities such as education, infrastructure, and social services. The introduction of e-governance initiative has been accelerated by the European Union's digital agenda and Poland's own Digital Poland program, which allocates significant funding for technological advancement in public services. Polish municipalities from major cities like Warsaw and Krakow to smaller towns and rural areas at the varying stage of e-governance implementation. The scope of these initiatives is diverse, ranging from online platforms for tax payments and virtual city halls to systems that facilitate participatory budgeting and digital citizen consultation. For example, many local governments have adopted the EPUA platform, a nationwide electronic public administration portal that allows citizens to interact with various public institutions seamlessly. Moreover, the context of the governance in Poland is heavily influenced by the country's administrative structure. Poland's three-tier government system, comprising voivodeship, powiats, and municipalities, means that a governance solution must be tailored to diverse needs and capacities. Large urban municipalities tend to be a forefront of digital transformation, while rural areas face greater challenges due to limited resources and lower digital literacy among residents. Historical development has also shaped the trajectory of e-governance. Following Poland's accession to the European Union in 2004, significant reforms were initiated to modernize public administration. These efforts include digitizing records, introducing signatures, and creating interoperable systems to enhance collaboration across different levels of government. EU funding programs such as the European Regional Development Fund have been instrumental in supporting this transformation. Additionally, societal factors play a crucial role. Poland has a high internet penetration rate, with over 90% of households having access to the broadband. This provides a solid foundation for the adoption of a governance tool. However, varying levels of digital literacy and access to advanced technologies in our urban and rural areas highlight the need for inclusive strategies. In this context, e-governance represents not just a technological shift, but also a cultural and organization transformation. It demands rethinking traditional bureaucratic process and fostering a citizen-centric approach to the governance. The question is not merely about adopting technology, but about using it effectively to enhance democratic practice and ensure equality access to the service. E-governance has emerged a cornerstone of modernization for Polish local governance, offering a multitude of transformative opportunities. First and foremost, digital platforms enhance transparency and accountability by providing open access to the government records and decision-making process. Citizens can monitor budget, policies, and expenditure, fostering trust in local authorities while discouraging corruption. For instance, the publication of the real-time data on public spending empowers residents to engage more actively with governance. For example, the city of Toruń, which exemplifies the potential of a governance through its advanced participatory budgeting system. This platform is not only strengthen community engagement, but also ensure that developed priorities are directly influenced by the residents' input, creating a sense of ownership and collaboration. Despite these challenges, numerous initiative solutions and success stories illustrate the potential of e-governments to transform local government in Poland. One of the most notable examples come from Poznań, where the city has established digital hubs to address the digital divide. These hubs provide free public Wi-Fi access to the online government service and digital literacy training for the residents. By empowering cities with the skills and tools necessary to navigate a governance platform, Poznań has become a model for bridging technological gaps in urban settings. In Toruń nowadays, we also observe the experience with the urban lab in Rzeszów. So maybe in the future, our major and our council of city would like also to take into account this great experience from Rzeszów. On the other hand, Warsaw, as a part of Smart City initiative, demonstrate how a governance can be integrated with the advanced technology to improve urban management. By employing Internet of Things devices, the city monitors traffic flow, air quality, and public safety. The collection data is used to make informed decisions and provide real-time update to residents through a mobile application. This innovate not only enhance quality of life, but also showcase how data-driven governance can create more sustainable urban environments. Collaboration between Polish municipalities and the European Union counterparts has also played a key role in advising a government. Cross-border initiatives enable the sharing of the best practice and development of interoperable system. For example, joint projects with the Baltic Sea region municipalities have led to the creation of standardized governance platform that streamline cross-border business registration and facilitate regional cooperation. The move toward open data platform is another inspiring trend. Cities have embraced the concept of making government data publicity available. This approach not only enhances transparency, but also fosters innovating among startups, researchers, and civic tech organizations. Enterprises in particular have large open data to create applications that address local challenges, such as optimizing public transport routes or providing real-time updates on municipal service. Governance vastly improves the efficiency and accessibility of public service. Administrative processes such as registering business, obtaining building permits, and apply for social benefits are stimulated through digital interference, reducing wait times and eliminating bureaucracy influences. This transformation benefits not only urban centers, but also rural areas where accessing government service has historically been more challenging. Cities' engagement has also reached new heights through innovative tools such as a consultation and participatory budgeting platform. This mechanism enables residents to voice their opinions, vote on community projects, and influence local policies. Such participatory approach strengthen democratic practice, ensuring the development aligns with the needs and aspirations of the community. The economic implications of governance are equally significant. By fostering a digital-first culture, municipality attract technology-driven business and startups, driving local economic growth. Enterprises benefit from simplified regulatory process and greater accessibility to rescues, enabling them to establish and expand their ventures more effectively. Furthermore, the integration of digital platform often aligns with broader sustainability goals, reducing reliance on paper-based system and optimizing energy use in public infrastructure such as street lighting and waste management system. Of course, we have a lot of challenges connected with the implementation of the EU governance, especially the cybersecurity. Concern also pose a serious threats to the success of the government's initiative. As municipalities digitalize sensitive information and process, they become attractive target for cyber attacks. Data breaches and ransomware attacks can compromise the integrity of the governance system, eroding public trust and potentially causing financial and reputation damage. Many local governments struggle to allocate sufficient resources to build robust cybersecurity frameworks, leaving them vulnerable to this risk. Budgetary constraints further exacerbate to the challenges of implementing a governance, particularly in the smaller municipalities with limited financial resources. These local governments often prioritize immediately operational needs over long-term investment in digital infrastructure, creating a gap in the availability and quality of the governance service. Finally, legislative and bureaucratic barriers can impede the progress of the governance. Outdated regulation, right administrative structure, and a lack of cohesive national standard for digital governments create inconsistency across municipalities. This fragmentation not only slows down the adoption of the governance in Poland, but also undermines interoperability and the seamless deliverable of service. For example, differing software system and protocols between neighboring municipalities can create ineffective and confusion for both administrators and citizens. Addressing these multifaceted challenges required a comprehensive and coordinated approach, combining investment in infrastructure, target education programs, and regulatory reform, of course. Without such efforts, the full potential of the e-governance in Polish local government may remain unrealized. To conclude, e-governments represent a transformative opportunity for the Polish local government. By embracing digital tools, municipalities can enhance transparency, streamline service, and empower citizens. However, addressing challenges such as the digital divide and cybersecurity is crucial to realizing its full potential. Poland's progress in e-governments is commendable, but the journey is far from over. Collaboration among policymakers, technologists, and citizens will be the essential to building a more inclusive and efficient governance system. Thank you very much for attention.
Thank you very much for your interesting considerations. The next discussant is Jean Proenca Xavier. The professor will talk about artificial intelligence and fundamental rights in the city, technological and legal aspects of AI in job selection and job application in Portugal. Professor, I'm asking you to speak up.
So thank you very much, our illustrious moderator, Professor Niemczuk from the University of Law in the Administration of Rzeszów, which I want in the future to be invited lecture on. I hope so. I've been here in 2018 with this marvelous team. It's an honor to be back. And I'm very happy to be in such a good crowd of professors and friends. Thank you very much also for the Polish professor Skorniecki that talked about the governance and Polish local government that we need to have in Europe, in Spain, and in Portugal studies of. So thank you very much for your fantastic lecture. And we are hoping for the next lady's fantastic lectures. So I'm very gifted also, not because it's Christmas, but I'm from the University of Coimbra, the 800 University of Portugal, and from the law school. So I asked Beata if you can step in here a little bit for 2 minutes for me to bring you not such a good prize as you should matter, but from the University of Coimbra and from the Faculty of Law, small gift of our appreciation. And we hope for to getting you as a lecturer in an event that we are going to manage to have next year with you and with the help of our chairman of IBEROJUR, Fabio Veiga, our everyday partner in this scientific journey. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And because my dear friend and Supreme Court judge and also former colleague of advocacy and dear colleague of FM Krakow already has my book, I asked him to come here for me to greet him in public and thanking him for your beautiful friendship, for your passionate writings on civil law. And this is a writing that I know your university already has in IFM. I already am a lecturer invited in IFM Cracovia, but this is my book about surrogacy and bioethics in Portugal, Spain, and in Brazil, obviously. And this is for your own university or for your own library, if the one that I left there for the court. Okay, yes, I hope you again, I can help you a little bit with your judging in the future. Thank you very much. And now, last but not least, to our urban lab here in Rzeszów. It's my first time in here, not in Rzeszów, but in your lab. And I think we should be making acquaintance and making new events and other events, because I think interdisciplinary studies are the futures of science and university, and without society and labs like this, we cannot bring the science from the university to the people. And we need the questions from the people to the university, and I think we are all for the same problem. So thank you very much. Here on our cozy room on this lab, and at home and online, thank you very much. Ethical purpose, my lecture, my kind of small masterclass. My friends tell me for speaking only for 12 minutes. I hope I can do it. It is investigation and a reflection about artificial intelligence and fundamental rights in the city, but from a perspective of technological and legal aspects in artificial intelligence, in job selections, but from a Portuguese professor's professional point of view. This is an investigation ongoing with my master thesis students, brilliant students, and my co-author on this reflection that I bring to you here today, Daniel Oliveira Ferreira, from another place that I'm teaching of, the business, Coimbra Business School, the School of Business of the city of Coimbra, like our partner here from the Economics University in Rzeszów, also brings us up from university to company, to society, to people, and to artificial intelligence. The aim of our work is to assess the impact of the AI on fundamental rights. So, for those who don't know, I'm also a constitutional law professor in European Union law. So, the rule of protection of data is very important, and the main constitution, Poland and Portugal, are very key to me. So, the problems of fundamental rights in the recruitment and selection process in job applications, and how the legal provisions of the Portuguese legal system and European Union laws today can protect the candidates concerned with their applications and to our universities, to our jobs, to our city hall, to our labs, wherever. This is because AI systems are based on computer technology called algorithms, which by their nature are likely to violate fundamental rights and result in discriminatory decisions. For this reason, the AI Act, recently published in Europe, classifies AI systems for recruiting and selecting candidates as high red light AI risk AI situations. So they need the most protective system for do not break our fundamental constitutional rights. We draw attention to two types of fundamental rights that could be violated by our perspective by the operating of these algorithms. The right to non-discrimination and the right to protection of personal data actually. Both rights are protected by the Constitution of Portuguese Republic, also in Polish are the same, and are part of the values of the general values of the European Union. So, in order to achieve the proposed objectives, the scientific methodology that we have adopted in this scientific paper was a critical analysis of the state of the question with all analytical review in literature and doctrinal works of various authors that we have chosen for this research, and in analysis of the current Portuguese and European national laws, including the current Artificial Intelligence Act, in order to draw the obvious conclusions for our future. So, technology is advancing in a gradual pace, And it's certain that the world as we know it today will be transformed into something completely different. As Maria Elizabeth Ramos pointed out, the fourth industrial revolution has unleashed a wave of disruption, and in technology sector, this is very important, bringing with it various innovations such as the Internet of the Things. We all have it, we all have children, and they already are traveling, driving, surfing on the Internet of Things. I hope good things as a father. Cobots, augmented virtual reality, big data, not to mention artificial intelligence in the city or where else. It is true that artificial intelligence is one of the factors of the responsible rapid scientific and technological advances of recent decades, which are completely transforming contemporary society, affecting various areas of industrial and collective life, and effectively in law studies and in laws, in tribunals and in Supreme Court also. The concept of artificial intelligence first appeared in 1952, in the middle of the 20th century, as a branch of computer science who has the main purpose to simulate human intellectual capacity and under certain circumstances to be skillful as until surpassed man. Already some writing decisions from Portuguese courts, perhaps they are written by artificial intelligence. I don't know if Mario does it. I don't know if it's already done here in Poland, but for helping with this decision, I know in the revision of the jurisprudence that are on the country, I think it's useful or can be useful if it is used with certain precaution. In essence, artificial intelligence is based on a system made up of algorithms that can assimilate and replicate certain connective functions similar to human mental abilities, such as the ability to learn, reason, solving problems, and making decisions autonomously. Perhaps that's a problem in the future. This is because technological equipment is equipped with artificial intelligence and is capable of learning from the inputs coming from the environment in which it is used, allowing it to carry out autonomous actions in order to achieve the objects we prepared it and for what has been designed. Or more, I don't know if in the future they can be developed their own consciousness and do things that are not being programmed for, and wrong things and violate human rights and fundamental constitution ones. In terms of the right to the ratification or deletion of the data, referring to the rights to be forgotten, both are warranted in Article 15 and 17, the Regulations of Data Protection in Portugal and in Europe. This right allows the candidate to ask the employer to correct inaccurate data or delete data previously provided for the application in order to try to avoid the decision not to hire based on irrelevant data. It is irrelevant if you are married. It is irrelevant if you are gay. If you irrelevant if you are beautiful for some standard. If you are tall, if you are short, if you are heavy, it is irrelevant. At least you are a trapezist or are in the circus. Your weight is irrelevant for the hiring. Finally, if the decision to include the candidate has been taken automatically, the candidate can benefit from the right not to be subjected to automated decisions and the right to challenge them in court of law or wherever. And in this sense, these rights require that the exclusion decision generated by the machine or by the system, by the supervisor or not machine in human by human persons, who takes the responsibility for informing the interested parties of the decision, ensuring the necessary accountability of those facilitating any position challenged. So at this time, the machine elects the candidates, but we have kind of a lower, soft human supervision. But we must have more supervision because civil, human rights, and constitutional fundamental rights are for the people, from the people to the people, as the Americans have wrote so beautifully in their amendment. So we need to have human control of hiring. Perhaps you can create some candidates, hundreds of them, in a just algorithm, but we must have a person behind it, not only in the construction of the algorithm, but in the hiring itself of the person. So an interview should be applied everywhere, in my own opinion. So getting up to the finish, on the one hand, artificial intelligence systems for the recruitment and selection of candidates provide employers with a method that is capable of analyzing wide range of candidates and data. On the other hand, these systems are based on algorithms designed to identify partners and behaviors that lead to a selection of most suitable candidates and the elimination of those who does not fit the job, who does not fit the suit, potentially violating the fundamental rights of candidates themselves. The machine can violate the rights of the persons that they are candidates for that specific job. However, taking into account the discriminatory potential of algorithm and the fact that the employer has illegitimately or unnecessarily a set of candidates' personal data, this appears to be a major risk for the legal sphere of prospective candidates, which we believe will lead to possible discrimination decisions in the future. The courts will talk about it, but I think it's our mission to, before that happens, to try to correct our hand and to give a human supervision to these machines and systems supported by AI. In this sense, we can see the importance of the protection that the right of non-discrimination and the right of protection of personal data can offer to discriminated candidates, both which are legally protected by the Constitution of Portuguese Republic in the Portuguese case, in the Polish Constitution in the Polish case, and in the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the Union, the European Union, and the European Convention of Human Rights. However, while recognizing the clear importance of these rights as an important tool to limit discriminatory practice, we acknowledge that in the future they will not be sufficient to prevent potential rampant risks of fundamental rights being violated by algorithm discriminations that we predict here. And I say it strongly, they will not be sufficient. Sorry. Thus, in our view, Regulation EU 2024 from 1689 of European Parliament. Thank you very much for your kindness. That's a thing I cannot do. If I'm traveling with my speech, they will cut my line because the connection is not so good. And we are lacking 3 lines of science before that. Thank you very much for your help. So, European Union 2024, 1689 of European Parliament of the Council of 13th of July this same year could offer a new hope to the fight against discrimination caused by artificial intelligence, and it sets a very number of requirements for the development and use of high-risk artificial intelligence systems and stabilize a kind of series of obligations to limit possible threats or threats to fundamental rights, foolish withdraw your attention today. It was a great pleasure to be here today. I think I will not extend my time. Thank you very much for your pleasure.
Thank you very much, Professor. It was very interesting. The next speaker will be Beata Stępień-Załucka, president of today's conference. The topic of the speech is negative aspects of the use of artificial intelligence in local election. I pass the floor over to the professor.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will speak about the negative sides of using AI in elections. Well, the subject is about local elections, but on a real, the same actually negative sides we can see in state election. The first thing, actually, I should say something about artificial intelligence. Professor Joao made it much better than I will. So I will just say the one thing. We know actually the definition of artificial intelligence in 1955, because then John McCarthy in the US developed something about which he was saying that computer brains can work exactly in the same like the human one. Since that time, we've got actually two different characters of the AI, the hard one and the soft one. The soft one is like Professor Joao Proenca said, it's just the algorithm. Actually, the programmer entering some data to the memory of the computer and then the solution. After that, the algorithm can actually create his own solution, but based on data which programmers put entered to the computer memory. Well, the second phase, the character of AI, is the hard one. Well, actually, we even doesn't have any sure today if it exists already or not. Some of the informatics and programs are saying that it exists since 2018. And actually, who created it? It's created by her own. It was created by her own. But does it really exist? I will actually say it at the end. What's next? Actually, assess whether it exists or not. I will say it at the end. But what's next? This we know that computer can perfectly think. We know that since 1993, because in 1993, Kasparov lost actually with the program Chess Genuine 3525, 2 times, y/1. In the next years, actually in 1996, he won with the version of Chess Genuine, Deep Blue. But what is very important, he lost year after in 1993, 3 times y/1. And that's nothing different. That's actually will not surprise us. But what is very important, the version of the program, Deep Blue, had in its memory 700 chess games in chess played by humans. Deep Blue didn't have any of it. So on which it was based? Actually, only on the rules. Deep Blue was playing and playing y/1, made mistakes, and learned by itself. What's more, it won with the actually version Deep Blue 100 times after 3 days of learning. Why is it important? Because it is answering, is it the hard AI existing or not? Because since that time, has actually a lot of people and a lot of things. But to this, I will just go at the end. Right now, what's more? Well, in the 1950s, in the US, there was a huge sentence. Actually, Marilyn Monroe was saying that the best woman's friends are diamonds. Right now, actually, the best woman's friends, is information, because it's the most precious thing which we all can have. We are not only reading the information, but we are creating it. We are sending the mail, we are reading all of the time, actually, and we are putting our private sphere to the net. Because every of us is putting them some photos of our family. We, thanks to the GPS, showing the algorithms where we are in the right moment even. What's more, we are liking and we are clicking the cookies all the time. Why the internet needs this? Why the algorithm needs it? Because thanks to this, the algorithm can create profile of our personality, the map of our decision. Why does it work? After 100 likes, which we are, all of us, we are doing in the internet, there is algorithm which can actually in 97% build profile of our personality. What's more, there is another one which was created in Canada by a Polish actually guy. The algorithm which after one photos from Facebook, in 98% can actually tell us that we are conservatives or maybe we are liberals. And what's more, after actually, there is one more algorithm, very interesting one. Actually, he's reading from our eyes what kind of actually emotion we have in a moment, in a day. And in a 76%, it will tell you from the date of the election on which, on conservative or on liberal, you will elect. So, why this is very important? Why our profile of our personality is very important for algorithms? Because thanks to the profile of our personality, the algorithm will perfectly know what motivates us. Fear, or maybe the willingness to be modern, maybe willingness to do something what our actually colleagues and friends will do. If the fear, the algorithm will show us in everyday our news, in our phone, this candidate on which he wants us to vote, as a brave man, as a hero, which will protect the world. If actually one of our motivator is actually the willingness to be modern, it will show us the candidate on which he wants us to vote as a human of 22nd century. How it works, because it's not something from today. Actually, Trump used it in 2016. It was very visible in a debate with Hillary Clinton. Well, here Hillary was answering for the questions, and he wasn't answering for the questions. He was saying actually some even detached things from the questions, but there wasn't detached. There was very targeted. How it was? Trump actually he paid for one of the algorithms, and what's more, the algorithms show him what's 1,200,000 people which don't know for who they will vote from swing states, what they want to hear, what motivates them. So Trump was saying detached things, but there was very targeted, because he was saying exactly this, what people were actually not sure of who they want to vote. They just wanted to listen, and they wanted to hear. So what is next? What is the result? We know democracy as the most strongest system, maybe not the perfect one, but it's strong. Why? Because the majority is ruling, but majority is listening of minority. That's the strength and power of the democracy. What is changing? What other algorithms are changing? Well, actually, we as a society are starting to think like computers. We have right, we are the ones. And the opposition, the majority, is zero. So we have right, they doesn't have right. We start to behave just like the computers. We start to listen to the minority. Actually, we actually know the arguments of minority only from maps, not from the real arguments, from debate, because we are not listening to them. They are zero, we are the one. So what's more? In democracy, we stop search the compromise. We actually, none of us is involved in actually this what the opposition party, which we actually don't, on which we don't want to vote, what they have the motivation, what they have the arguments. It isn't important right now for us because we don't need the compromise.
Imagine an AI-powered collaboration.
Okay. Yeah, we should go back to the first actual part of my speech. Let's hard AI exists. In 1997, AI showed us that this primitive human, doesn't have any chance connected with the AI. Well, since even ancient time, it was very famous sentence, divide and rule. And isn't it right now happen the same with us, with our society of 21st century? We much more divided than we were even during the Second World time, because there was just two sides. Right now, we actually even don't know the correct side. And what's more, how can you react on that? First of all, we need to search it, the knowledge about algorithms. We need to search it information, and we, as the lawyers, we should actually push and nudge to law which will protect us of the algorithm. Because actually, if we face with them, we doesn't have chance, because 97% of people even doesn't know for what are these algorithms. And this what they see on their phones, actually, is in 100% how the algorithms work into their life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor, for your extremely valuable thoughts. The next and the last one in this panel report concerns Claudia de Silva Goncalves. The topic of the report is artificial intelligence in the legal profession, innovation, ethics, and the transformation of the legal practice. I would like to ask you to speak up. Here you are.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for Fabio and Professor Beata for the invitation for the moment. The event is magnificent. Thanks so much. Well, here I make some presentations because I think it's an intelligent type, so I like different things, no? I need to live with this, okay. This is my name, I'm Claudia, PhD for the University of Salamanca. What? Go. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Maybe you need to, yeah. Okay. Well, and the moment I shows that the points I want to see for the presentation, I like and the person law. No, I'm lawyer, and the legal practice in the moment now with an intelligence artificial. The intelligence artificial is a really never think about this, but now the the debate is about the limits and the practice in legal. And then the technology is next I don't have there, this is okay. But now the point is just on the limits and the play the technologies and legal exercise. For making the presentations, I chose 3 decisions, the different countries, and the lawyers and judges have responsibility for making decisions with, And in Spain, in September 24, now, when the Constitutional Court Salamanca and Law and make recourse for institutions with 19 when there is case. The law asked the ChatGPT for making the right for court. ChatGPT is very good job. Send 90 jurisprudence don't exist in the court stage. The case is a little problem for the lawyer, and it is point I think this is very curious that the lawyer is tensioned for the colleges and lawyers in Spain, but not for law, the intelligence artificial. The lawyer have sensations for the law, the organic law, and the 8.5, the law, the cause, and the fundamental is only for, and the performance is don't respect the court. This is known for making and the intelligence, artificial intelligence, sorry, but it is for conduct. We have the lawyer, no? It is interesting because in the moment they have the big discussions about technology and the law having made sanctions of other than the lower is the law for ethics. No for technology. This is in Spain and last year make the whole decree law for introduce the intelligence artificial in the court and the system justice. The moment is in the law is the law change some things and the procedural decisions in the court. It determines 3 possibilities in the make and the robot decisions in the Spain now. This is now the time. And normalizations decisions or simple decisions make procurement need situations, other parts, other lower, other those some things simple. But in the point more important is the C one and is authorized for the tribunal in Spain make some things preparations documents. This is the start judice hot. The plan, no? Maybe it's work or no. Well, I propose 1 travels for different countries, no? Now I will go on my country, Brazil, because I chose them very interesting decisions. The first protagonist is no lower and the Jews, and the Jews and the magistrate oaths and the intelligence service for sports and judgments. And the intelligence, artificial intelligence make very good job, no? And make 10 cases don't have in the courts Brazilian. But the cases fundaments the decisions the judges. Then, and the lower those in the keys and make denúncia na fraude, realizando fraude pelas compliance de interno com departamentos do Brasil. Dois. Oh, it's not too much good for the Jews. At the moment, the court inside is starting dissidents to places the information and making the in Brazil don't have sanction for those. This don't exist. But making a little problem at the moment of the investigation. In Brazil, we had the possibility, very interesting, and everything automated and by artificial intelligence for one law and the 2020. And the law is very simple law, short law, but starting the plan for study. Every court Brazilian make start the artificial intelligence. The investigation is controlled for the Court Supreme Brazil. Study the decisions, study analyze, but analyze the decisions, analyze the possibilities, the different courts and different artificial intelligence softwares have algorithms. This is a big problem for Brazil. No, but is have good study about this. Sometimes have the interest I can send, no problem. You know, eu necessitei or other thousand when Laura is 15 years experience, don't have another problem for conduct. Start working with the artificial intelligence and have a big problem. And the lower and make after the artificial intelligence make the case make 20-25 pages about jurisprudence the court. But the problem is more difficult because the Estados Unidos is common law, working different, working about jurisprudence, working and the system law working on more about the case, similar cases in the court. In the moment the lower ask the artificial intelligence make the case, making the procedure, make new cases don't exist in the courts. In this case, in the moment I chose more penalties for lower. The lower is inhabilitated for 1 year. 1 year don't work, don't job. And need to pay the very expensive cost the process, more cost the indemnizations for courts, indemnizations for parts, for other lower and the other parts and then make the case. A little problem too. Then chances I think is the present first the case because sometimes when the people speak about law but don't see when the law work and don't work, I think it's more difficult complex for the start of the case, but I need to speak about law too. This parliament, the European Parliament, starting for the regulations in 24. There's no new for never know. In June, the European Parliament published the first regulations about intelligence artificial intelligence. The regulation very important is the first, but in the moment. It is making some things is based in the history, no? Ever the regulations is the base is in the history. The inacceptable risks is something this is not possible make none for use the intelligence artificial with the possibilities. It's interesting because in the inacceptable risk, the classifications of people for precedent possible crime is the making the a little scores the populations, no, is don't acceptable for the law, the European Union. And this is unacceptable to in the reconnaissance spatial, the health time, biometric identification, every situations is unacceptable. But as the law have one possibility and for use, police use, make use about reconnaissance facial and the real time. When the sequesters or something violence terrorist, this is possible. I don't know when this work, I don't know, but haven't possibilities for extreme case, they use the help time. Now, as it's high risk, well, I make for the examples, what is this high risk, you need attention, no? As the high risk is a little having the very extreme punishments you make and no some the normative you problem. And the high risk I like and stack down here and this considered high risk, it needs supervision human. It's person know only algorithm is the law and the enforcement that main interference in the people's fundamental rights. The management for immigration, the administrations for of justice and democracy process. Now, at this point, and the law or regulations, the Brazil understand the start and the intelligence artificial in the juice need observations at this point. This is law 24, the law of Brazil 2020, 2023, but now need to make chance for observations the high risk in the European Union. Yeah, limited risk is in chat box. When you accept the codes, when you accept some things, automatically the internet is limited risk, this is not touch my problem. Name control, it's okay. Now is the point, it's interesting, minimal risk. Intelligence artificial, minimal risks include applications, games, and so on. It is the best, the majority of systems here, minimal risk. You have discussions when the people use ChatGPT, for example. I'm lower, making use of the ChatGPT online in the house. This is no right, this is minimal risk in theory. But when they use the decisions for making different things, this is minimal risk or high risk. I don't know. But now this segment is the first. It hasn't the big job. It tried to make the first law universal law. and making the agreement with other countries. Now, this month, having the convention of the European Union and making the agreement with Andorra, Georgia, Iceland, New Orleans, República de Moldova, San Marino, Reino Unido, United Kingdom, and Israel, and States Units for making and one principle of the use the artificial intelligence and based in the regulations published for Union Europe as this big job. I don't know, maybe work not for a long time, but it's okay. Is possible. This agreement is firmed and the December 10th, this year. And this is very important because the regulations have a base very strong about principles. It is fundamental rights, principle of no discrimination, principle of rights and safeguards, principle of transparency in particular of funds, the principle on the rules of control. This is the base. When European Union starts make the regulament, the first law, and the make and the principles and the structures and base principles. Principles and this very interesting because this possible change or adaptations to law when the time have a base, strong base. Then, and Spanish normative, think needs more principles, more principles for base the law. Easy think introduces in the Spanish law principal requests and the universal access. This is interesting because when we think two rovers and the pros, one have too many options they use the artificial intelligence for our clients, the other rover don't have access or don't have now. Is this equal to the process or no? Maybe this is interesting. The preventions and the abuse and discriminations, privacy and personal data protection, principles, responsibility, innovations, and continuous, trying principles, and governance, co-governance principles. Is this principle only the law of Spanish? But so this law Spanish and this principle the European when your principles. No? And for conclusion, is I really think, and this in the practice law with the artificial intelligence, no, is only about technology. It's about maybe about principles, about ethics, about have the person. The cases have condemnations and for hours, jokes, everything don't have law. The intelligence, artificial intelligence make this. It's only for conduct, or law conduct, or and the law when you need your behalf in the friends, in front of the courts, in front of the judges, in front of the other people's no law for intelligence services. And okay. Well, the base the European law is principles, no? Now, and the technologies, or I think, you know, and now the moment to have more technology in your life and everyone's life, maybe needs to come back and studies more old of law, no, maybe philosophy principles, and he only study the base, and the people now and want to have everything very fast, very easy, but principles is no. Yeah, the future, the decisions, no, what's happened is, I don't know, it's a mystery. Now, and I'm really conscious that this is my opinion, no, as difficult the people who ask, how, no, the lower job is finished in 5 years old. The intelligence artificial change their life, the lower. This is true. But is this no as the finish for lower, no as the finish for those, no. It's only make, I think, it make too much more job for lowers, for courts, for everything. And the job, no more job about the law, the intelligence artificial, but the job and the law, the consumer law, the law, rights protections, everything law, when you have problems, because the law, the intelligence, artificial intelligence proved overall there's law have now. It needs change. In the lower need make this, the universities, the teachers, but health teachers, there's no intelligence, no artificial teachers, no robot teachers, no, never. Yeah, I think this may be, and like only I guess, no? You need an universal law that regulates people's expert behavior. I don't get, it's not possible to stop the advanced technology. It is the people need this, but the more problems have, and the technology advance also. The more problems is about the person or the people who make this. This is the more problems. If for this point, I think maybe it needs return Aristotle or the Kant or the very important philosopher for maybe remember the base, remember Robert Alexander's plan, the principles, and the law, things. The law, I make any questions, no answers. Thank you so much. I think it's my time is finished.
Thank you for this valuable comments and consideration. As you can see, the issue of AI is extremely fascinating, as evidenced by the level and energy of today's statements. It combines the interests of representatives of various scientific disciplines who see AI as a research topic. If I can, I would like to say about chapter energy. The invention of the atom allowed us to obtain chapter energy in an efficient way. It's a good invention, but soon another use was found: a bomb. After Oppenheimer realized how harmful his work was, he became his staunch opponent. The law has always tried to prosecute these inventions, both kinds of law, domestic and international law. Let's hope that with AI, the law keeps up with technological thought. Subsequent discussions will be held with various thematic groups to which we invite you. So I'm closing this part of the conference, and we are moving to the next one, divided into discussion panels. I give the floor to the president, Professor Beata Stępień-Załucka. Thank you very much.